This is Car Guys Talk with Andrew and Tavarish.
Hey everyone, how you doing? This is the Car Guys Talk Show, and we are so happy to be. In any case,
you know, it's a shame we don't have any fun on this show.
We don't. You know, it's all work. It's all work and no play,
and that makes Jack a dull boy.
Well, did you just assume my gender? Did you?
I gotta go. I need an adult.
Okay. I am not on my phone, people. I'm not checking my text messages. I am just adjusting this this thermostat in my house. I have a Nest, or how South Africans would say Nest. Right? Nest. Okay, I'm adjusting the temperature here to reflect the hotness that is in this room. Put that down. Are
you talking about me? The hotness in this room?
I'm talking about you.
Oh my god, babe.
Girl.
Babe.
Girl.
Stop. Oh my god.
Girl, you thick. All right.
THICC.
Damn, she thick. All right. So, off the heels of our previous conversation, I was recounting my awesome. What?
We pick up where Frederick had been to his unair-conditioned hotel room, hot on the heels of a delicious in-air meal.
On the last episode of Car Guys Talk. Yes. In the previous episode. I was talking about the hotel, and it was like it didn't have AC, and like I was just complaining about nothing. But we went to Goodwood, and Goodwood was provided to me. Well, the trip was provided to me by Michelin, or Michelin, depending on what part of the or Macallan, depending on if it is your 16th birthday, this weekend. So, I went to the Goodwood Festival of Speed, which is on Lord March's residence, Lord March's estate,
yes,
in the middle of
Goodwood.
Is that actually?
I have no idea.
Okay. In the middle of Lord Goody Woody's fun park in
the bubblegum forest by the bubblegum trees.
Yes. So we went down to it's in the Shire. You know, it's
the Shire.
Yeah, the Shire. Well, after they auctioned off all of Bilbo Baggins' assets, they just put a bunch of they made a bunch of roads, and that's where Goodwood is now. Fun fact. So when you get there, it is first of all, the parking lot is insane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the parking lot is just like regular people, and you see like these really, really awesome, really rare cars, like a Hyundai Elantra, you know? Dude.
You have one. You're part of that
but listen,
crew.
Here's the thing.
Is it Hyundai or is it Hyundai?
It could be either one. It's like Michelin and Michelin. So it can be Hyundai, it could be Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Yeah. Like, well, if you don't have that kind of time, yeah. So there was those, but there was more pedestrian cars like Skyline R33 GTR and R34s and Bentley Continental Speeds, and
it's just a bunch of Altimas and
the Altimas are where that's where the bread and butter.
You ever notice that a lot of Nissan car model names backwards sound like maybe like people's names?
What do you mean?
Like, one of my coworkers at Njuku said that a lot of the Nissan car model names backwards sound like Indian names.
So let's Indian names.
Yeah.
Like Indian, like
Amidla.
I mean,
that's Altima.
That actually sounds.
Amixam.
That sounds like something like Tony Jaa's stunt double.
Wait, he has a stunt double? How insane do you have to be? Like, how good do you have to be Tony Jaa's?
I'm pretty sure Tony Jaa has to have a stunt double at some point, because like Jackie Chan had a stunt double in some of his roles, because just for the sheer fact that Jackie Chan is such a method actor that he will break his leg on set, and then still kind of keep going. But then the insurance company's like, dude, you're gonna die if you keep on doing this. Like, you can't. Like, you're just gonna kill yourself. Yes. And will we get the shot? He gets like minced up in some like huge fan. Like, wow, that was a heck of a shot. That's a big mess though.
That is a compound fracture.
Yeah, that is gonna ruin his weekend.
So anyway, parking lot.
Yeah, so parking lot's great. I actually made a video of.
You make a video?
I make a video about the car in the Europe. Yes, it's,
in the Europe.
yeah, the parking lot. It was like 5 or 6 kilometers long. Yeah.
And to park it only costs $30.50.
Only €30.50. All right, so we get through the parking lot. I made a video about one of the parking lots, and the parking lot that I saw that kind of captivated me was a supercar park. But get a little closer to the mic when you yawn. It's better. So there's a supercar lot. It's like open to only a certain amount. And you have to have a supercar or whatever.
Oh, do you? For the supercar lot?
Yeah.
Am I not super enough for the super?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Ford Focus was pretty super. You know what? I work really hard. Okay, I pay my taxes. All right, you're telling me my car is not super. You know what? Well, all right, okay, all right. I'm leaving. No, I'm leaving. All right, fuck. Get off me! No.
You kind of sounded a little bit like Morty from Rick and Morty there.
Oh, okay. If he died, I could be him. There we go.
Nah, I hope that doesn't happen.
Okay. We might need to pause at some point because my dog is like, she just got up and she's like looking at me like, you know what this is about.
It is time.
I require defecation. Please squeeze me.
No.
No. So we get into Goodwood, and this is like it's the most insane thing you can ever see. It's crazy. It's I said in the last podcast. Is this a podcast? It's a show podcast.
Episode.
In the last episode, this is basically like Forza Horizon type thing, where I'm gonna pause here. We're gonna cut, and then we're my dog. Yes. And we're back. So Goodwood is a real good festival of lumber and lumber accessories.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. So what you do there is basically they have all these little stages, and stands. They have a log rolling competition. You can actually test out different sorts of axes and cutting implements. You have little edible wood chips. Actually, they're not. You don't want to eat too many of them. But England's weird in that way. They eat some wood chips and it's a good time. It's a good time to be had by all. It's a good wood time. That's what they say.
I'm glad that you were able to lumber through there.
Well,
It's a really ambitious plan.
That joke almost stumped me. So
It is a really ambitious plan by Lord March. I'm glad that he was actually able to hatch it.
Lord Marsh.
I'm glad he was able to hatch it.
I'm sure.
Hatch it. Let me ask you.
Dude, okay. I'm glad he branched off into doing this sort of festival because it's
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So
Mahogany's puns, do you want to give it a go or?
that one was rough. That one was a little
I'm pining for more, man.
A little rough.
You can plank me later.
That didn't
No.
That didn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. We're on the right track. We're on
Sorry, I'm being such a birch right now.
a birch. We're trying to. Are you a basic birch?
I'm a basic birch.
That's right. Okay. I don't know much about trees, so I'm like
Really?
I'm trying to follow like I'm real antsy to talk to you about like ants gonna go on trees. Don't be a sap. Okay, I hope you don't get a mosquito. Okay. So
I hope you don't get a mosquito. Is that what you just said?
no, that's not what I said.
Because
no.
if you said, I hope you don't get bitten by a mosquito.
No.
Because mesquite.
Yes, that's what I.
That would have been funny.
That's what I meant.
No, it's not.
No, that's exactly what I said, dude. Come on, what? Why are you making things up? This is not.
So what kind of cars did you see at Goodwood?
The cars are good.
Oh, good.
That's why. Well, every single car that goes.
The cars
through there,
are good.
The cars.
The cars are real good.
That's actually the best blog post. Cars good.
Would you?
Yeah. Good. So you get there and you see a bunch of really. First of all, when you get through the gates of Goodwood, you see what's called FOS Air, so Festival of Speed Air, and there's literally planes for sale.
Oh wow!
And there's like private planes, but they're private single engine prop planes, but the size of an actual private jet. So this is like, you know,
So it's kind of like the plane they had in the Jurassic Park 3.
No, that was a
That was a twin prop.
that was a
wasn't
twin
it?
prop.
Yeah,
So
you're
no,
right, you're right.
that was more of like a
beach.
Yeah, that was more of a
Beach.
What's
what are
the
those called? Beach nut. Beach.
beachwood? No,
Beach.
beechcraft,
Beach.
Life's a beach.
Daytona Beach.
Beach slap. I don't. I know what
whale.
beach.
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 Bees.
Bees. Okay. Yes. So it wasn't that. You know you've made it in life. By the way, you know you've made it to an upper echelon of the upper echelon when you not only have a private plane, but that private plane is no longer serving the purpose of getting places on time. So instead of having this, this plane was the size of a private jet. Like it was a size of a G6 or whatever. That's a plane, right?
It's a Pontiac.
It's a Pontiac, but it's also a plane because they're
Because you fly like a G6?
So I actually thought that song was about the car. And I'm like,
There's nothing fly about a
right,
G6.
right. I'm like, dude, I listened to that song and I'm like, am I the only person that like gets this reference? Like G6 is not a good car. It's like an economy. I guess it's okay. Like it has a V6, I think.
Front wheel drive.
Dude, Pontiac's really on their game here. And then I had to be like, oh, it's a plane. Oh, it flies like a. Oh, okay. But in my heart, it's always about the Pontiac. I'm like, Pontiac's now in my head, it's like that's a pretty fly car. It's a pretty fly car, as far as cars go.
But it isn't.
No, not at all. So that is upper echelon. That is the 1% of the 1%. That is exactly what you want to be. That's
Was
like
that a Bernie Sanders?
no. It was.
You kind of sounded like the envoys from the Trade Federation from episode 1.
What is okay? So I'll follow your train of thought. What is that? What is that? The envoys?
The envoys?
The envoys.
Yeah.
Is that that's also a car?
Oh man,
Yeah.
my mind.
Everything is a car.
Trade Federation. I love those things.
Yes. They should call. Well, okay, never mind. So
The new Chevrolet Trade Federation.
yeah. I was saying they should call something the Phantom Menace, and I remember that a Phantom is actually a car, and I'm like, well, then they can name something the Menace, and then they can no. So that's how jokes in my head just die, but sometimes they just die when they come out of my mouth. So
Oh, that's a shame.
but this plane was pretty nuts. So there's planes, there's helicopters for sale.
Oh wow.
They all had for sale.
It's like a really, really expensive yard sale.
It was a really expensive. Yeah, it's like a swap meet, and like just some guy in nothing but overalls, standing in front of of a helicopter.
Do you guys have any I'm looking for stereo equipment? Yes, it's over by the Sikorsky.
You want with gun or without gun? We're talking nice flight through the park or military coup.
Now, when you say hindsight, what do you mean?
Be very specific here, okay? Because this could go wrong really quick. Okay, so
This is Apache yard sale. Sorry, does not ring any bells.
Oh, no. Okay, so after I did, this is going really choppy. Helicopter. It's chopper. It's a pun that didn't land. So we get into the gates, and there's around Goodwood, around the entire lands. Around the vast fields of Goodwood,
Around the
plains, yeah, the plains. There's a track, and it goes up a hill, and it's surrounded by bales of hay.
More planes.
Yeah, by more planes. Yes, more planes. So there's grandstands. There's lots of stands of
Grand proportions.
grand proportions. Also medium stands, and there's also light stands. Not too many of those. But there are manufacturers there with Mercedes. Other manufacturers that aren't Mercedes.
Other people that happen to make cars also.
Yeah, like I'm digging a hole for myself. Like now I have to name every manufacturer that was there. Like, let's just say there was a lot of car manufacturers there.
Mercedes and others.
Yeah, Mercedes, etc. Mercedes and Co. and friend. So there was people. The public attended.
This is a really in-depth recap. I'm so glad.
There are lots of people.
Were there trees?
Not so, some
okay.
of varying colors and sizes. Some of them were pointing downward. Some were pointing up to the sun, as to say, "Why, God, why did you make me a tree?"
Did you see lots of pretty colors?
Some of them they all made an appearance in one way or another, but I don't think that the entire gamut.
No, you just don't think.
No. Well, I do every once in a while. Apparently not today. Today hasn't been a thinking day.
Cannot brain today. I have the dumb.
No, give him a big case of the dumb. So it's weird, like telling a story. Like first, when
I
you
went to this car show and they had planes for sale and everybody talked funny. And there was their oatmeal for sale.
when you
They were driving on the wrong side of the road.
when you learn how to do storytelling in second grade, like first you need to set up a setting, it's a background, and then you
There
put
were
in characters.
trees and a road.
And I'm like, well, there were lots of people there, and with the colors were good, lots of greens, and particularly a lot of blacks and a lot of browns were used, especially in the that is racist. I swear, somebody's gonna take that out of
racist.
context. Like a lot of blacks.
That's gonna make it into the clip menagerie.
Yes. So, I get there and there's like a mission.
We keep getting back to the I get there. You're already there. Like you don't have to say that you're there. You've been getting there for 10 minutes.
So before I got to Goodwood, let me tell you a little bit about the. Let me tell you about the peanuts that I got on the plane. They were
Let me tell you about these delicious warm nuts.
yes. So there was a Michelin hospitality suite, which is like this cool 3-story structure that all the structures there are temporary.
Oh, wow.
So they have to like build them up and then just shut them down as soon as the like, oh, it's Tuesday. All right, guys, back it up.
Or for any of our friends out there that are Overwatch fans,
Build them up and break them down.
Is Overwatch is it a game?
My turret.
Is that out on like GameCube? Is that
yeah,
Dreamcast?
yeah.
Okay. Is it? Are you? Is that a real thing? Mm-hmm. What is Overwatch? Is that a game?
Anyway, continue with your temporary structure story.
If you guys know what Overwatch is, let me know in the comments because I don't know your really specific references. Sometimes Andrew can get a little long-winded. He just. So anyway.
You can't not clap. It's like the Friends. It's like the Friends.
Like you could be really angry at something, like something horrible just happened, like. Fine. Okay, so there was Michelin stuff. We walked around. I met a bunch of YouTubers.
When you were with the Michelin stuff, did you get tired?
I did not get tired.
Did you get exhausted?
Michelin has nothing to do with exhausts.
Was it too much for you to intake?
Listen, we don't need to sidewall this conversation, okay?
Did you meet any trannies? End transmission.
Well, that took a turn. Did you blow a seal? All right. So I met a lot of influencers while I was there. Okay, so influencers, what they do best is influence.
Oh,
okay. And I'm not really sure how the science of that works. I'm sure that the companies hiring them know all that stuff. But influencers, I am considered an influencer, and it's really cool. So what I did is I spammed my Instagram feed. Is that a feed?
Insta spam?
Instagram's followership thing, viewers. I don't know. But I was putting out like 10, 11 pictures a day. And then the people there that were actually like Instagram influencers, they're like, "What are you doing? That's way too much. It's like, that's entirely too much. That's crazy." I thought that was what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to like,
Isn't just for sharing pictures with your friends?
yeah, exactly. Like I'm having a good time, guys, and I hope you guys like it.
I'm just one guy and I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Having a good time. Having a good time. I'm just one guy and I'm having a good time.
So, okay. So here's the thing that before we get on off topic.
Oh,
okay?
yeah. God forbid.
We have been. Lots of people have complained that we get off topic a lot.
Do we?
Yes, and I don't appreciate it. I think those people need to learn their place, because we are really like if
We're
it's one
laser
thing
focused.
if it's one thing that we pride ourselves on, it's really honing in on the topic at hand. By the way, have you tried? Well, I mean, we went to Outback before this podcast.
Yeah.
How's your chicken? It was good.
Mate, let me tell you,
Really?
my chicken.
So you got the Alice Springs chicken.
I got the Alice Ching's.
Alice Ching's.
Alice Ching's Spricken.
Alice Ching's Spricken. That's
Too right. Bloody oath I did, yeah. Too right. Bacon, mushrooms, cheese.
somebody had to Foster's.
Foster's is Australian for beer.
Foster's Australian for crap.
It's Australian for water.
Water down
Water.
Gabbins. All right. In any case, you enjoyed your chicken?
I did. Yeah, it was great. What about
Okay.
you? Did you have the same thing?
I did have the same thing, and but
you?
I got the broccoli and cheese, and I think broccoli and cheese is underrated as a accoutrement. You know,
I got asparagus with mine, and asparagus is basically broccoli in a tuxedo.
it is, but I got the cheese part. So
Yeah, but you don't get the weird smelling pea later part.
yeah, that's actually a bonus.
Yep.
It's like, oh yeah, I did eat asparagus.
Oh yeah, I had asparagus.
it's like eating beets and then forgetting. You ever ate beets and then forget, and then
Nah.
you have to go take a number 2 and like, oh my god, I have to go to the hospital.
That's
No?
never happened to me before.
No?
No. But a few years ago when Burger King had the black bun Whopper. Yes.
Oh, green.
Yes.
Green.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
like
we're talking like
Christmas-
radioactive.
Christmas poops. You got Mr. Hanky's coming out. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot it was St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
I should save this.
How many people took pictures and then sent it to their friends? Guys.
Oh no, yeah.
Guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, absolutely. And then that picture influenced my friends to go get. I think that was their plan the whole time.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
Like,
because I went back numerous times with this sole purpose.
Was it the bun was black, right?
Yeah, well, it was black, but it was because it had a lot of blue food dye.
So how does it turn your stuff green?
It's just the way that it reacts in your stomach. Same thing if you go to Sonic and you get the ocean water beverage.
uh-huh.
It's same.
It's ocean water. It's like it's a real ocean water.
Yeah.
God, this is salty. Yeah. So, what if you had one of those burgers, but like everything came out fine, so your body just absorbed that? Like, I might actually have to go to the hospital, guys. This is not good. It's probably toxic.
Are your ears blue? I don't know. Are they?
Like you start bleeding. Oh, my blood's changed color.
Blue blood.
I'm royalty. I am Lord March.
Yes. So back on topic, since we're so good at doing that. When I went to Goodwood and met all
You got
these-
there. Yeah.
Well, at first I got there, and let me tell you, there were so many stands out there, Mercedes and others, and the others, and all the big ones, you know, all the great ones, the greats,
Mercedes and all them other cars, mans, was out there.
the ones the ones and love.
Yeah,
grew
yeah,
up
like,
with,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. They brought the
Zippo and Benderwick and
Woohoo.
and Osterton and
Just making up words.
whatever. No, those are British brands.
Ah, yes, Osterton.
Austin, because Austin.
Oh, fantastic.
It's made in
Where in England is this
made by my grandfather and
It's made over in Twilling, Buckinghamshire, Chester.
The name is 15,000 things long. Okay. So there were cars.
Oh, good.
Okay. So all kidding aside, there was a lawn right in front of the Lord Larch.
Mord Larches.
Mord Larch residence.
My name's Mord Larch. Welcome to my grounds. Go drive up the
Welcome to Goodwood.
Welcome to Woodgood. I'm Mord Larch. Come on over, buy some oatmeal. Have a good time.
Don't wear flip-flops. You might get stabbed. Watch out for needles.
Oh boy.
Okay, so right in front of the house, which is like a huge castle type thing, right in the middle of the thing, there's a Cartier lawn.
Cartier,
Cartier.
like the brand.
Yeah. Well, instead of Cardi B. Okay. So
Oh, you mean Cartier?
right, Cartier. Right. That right there is Cartier. Okay. I live in Montverde. Okay, right next to Versailles.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
I prefer Gucky myself. Or Louis Vuitton.
And get me some champagne. And got a filet mignon. That hits the spot right there.
Filet mignon is my favorite.
Filet mignon. So this Cartier lawn had cars like you would see at not even a Cars and Coffee. Like we're talking about local car meet in the middle of some local park, right? You just park cars on the lawn, and then everybody goes around and like just looks at them. They can touch them. These cars, let me tell you a few of these cars: Ferrari 250 GTO, Bugatti EB110 Super Sport,
I love that car so much.
McLaren F1. There's 5 Singer Porsches, 5 in a row.
I have mixed feelings right now about Singer.
We'll get to Singer.
Yes.
We'll get to Singer. So
Singer, I just met her.
Sanger, damn near killed her.
What is this, a sewing machine?
So in that lawn, there was all these cars, and literally people were there was a crowd around them, but people were just. Can you imagine having a $12 million McLaren F1, and
No.
people are like,
Nope. Sure can't.
okay, so imagine that, plus the fact that you just gave this to a festival that now has people literally kind of sitting on cars.
Was this the McLaren F1 that was like a race car?
No, this is a road car.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean the
race
McLaren
car. The race car was there?
Yeah, the
with
race
the
car
orange
wa-
wheels?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that Larry Casilla detailed.
Yes. So that was actually in the supercar paddock for Michelin. So we'll get to that as well. But the McLaren F1, that was just a road car, and it was literally just in the middle of the field. People were bumping up against it. $12 million car. That was a $12 million car. People were bumping up against it. There was like vintage Cadillacs. There was vintage Maseratis, like from the 50s. Like Rolls Royces, like super really high $1 million car. Just in that one lawn, must have been, I want to say, $100 million worth of cars. Yeah. So and it was all open to the public. You can touch them. I don't know why people need to touch things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get that. Like, is it real? It's not a hologram. Mom, not a hologram. Not a hologram. It's real. I'm gonna lick it.
I mean, that's kind of how it was at Tesla when I worked there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
People were wondering if it was a hologram.
They had to touch everything.
Is it well, a Tesla is different. It's like a Tesla is, it's like $100,000 or something. We're talking about $12 million
Yeah, but
car.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
Also, if you touch a Tesla, it probably will fall apart. So, and then there's also a Singer booth. The Singer booth had what's really cool is there was a stump near the Singer booth, and there was a little thing carved out in the stump, like for a seat. Singer actually made a custom seat padding for that. It was made in the shape of the stump, and it was made with Singer, like, the buttresses and whatever. It was like really high quality, and people were just like sitting there, like, this is Singer. Just made some weird, like, off, just some stump thing. But there was the regular pedestrian Singers. There was the $500,000 to $700,000 Singers, the starter models, okay, the base models, the DXs of the Singer brand. Then there was the big one, the one that has the 4-liter, basically a race engine, making 500 horsepower. And I think it's the biggest air-cooled engine like ever made by like a Porsche style, right? So, can you wager a guess how much money that car costs? So the regular one is $500,000. How much? Like this is a little bit more, more upscale. What do you think? What do you think it's going to cost?
$1.7 million.
You see, this is the problem with doing these kinds of things, because you never know. Just for reference, let's put our podcasting hat on, and when I go, hey, do you wager? How much does this cost? Do like 30% more, because if you do like, do you know how much this car costs? Like, I don't know, $10 million. Like, well, no, now it sounds like not that impressive. Like, no, it's actually $2 million. Now it sounds stupid. You just crapped on my point. That sort of thing. So, it is 1.8 million starting.
I was real close.
You were real close.
I was 100 G's off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're 100 G's off, then you'd probably be fired. But if you quoted somebody at 1.7 million and the car cost 1.8, then you'd be canned you'd no longer work for Singer, sir. Oh, by the way, I met the owner of Singer.
Brian Singer?
Is that the guy's name?
I don't know.
No, Brian Singer is the guy in Hollywood that loves to party with young boys and makes a lot of TV shows. Yeah, that's Brian Singer. Oh, he's a director of like Spider-Man and stuff, and it's a very well-known. He's like a Harvey Weinstein. He's like seriously Harvey. In any case, back to cars. Back to cars.
I thought that was
What?
Kevin Spacey.
No, Kevin Spacey is another one. It's a running theme in Hollywood that they love parties with the young boys. The young boys.
Does that mean that no one will want to party with me if I go to Hollywood? Am I too old?
with wrinkles and beard. Hey guys, I can be cool too. Anybody want to party with me? Little tassels on your nipples.
Nope.
That's not you. That ain't you. That ain't you, fam. Squad fam. So, that was insane. Then you go to the supercar paddock where you see all the greats, Mercedes and etc. You see Lambos, Ferraris. There was like a Ferrari FXXK Evo, which is, first of all, an awesome name, an amazing name for a car. Could you think of a better name for a car than that? Like something that just goes like it's literally censored. The name is literally censored. Like what? It's like saying like the Ferrari C apostrophe.
See you next Tuesday.
Yes. The Ferrari see you next Tuesday. That's right. If you guys are younger and you don't know what that means, then ask your parents. So
That'll go over well.
it will, and they'll start to look up what you're looking up on YouTube, and we'll get some new subscribers. So
Fewer.
no, the opposite of that. More, less, more, less, more, less. Okay. So supercar paddock, super awesome. It was Michelin type thing. So all these cars, they weren't necessarily Michelin. Like they didn't have Michelin tires on them, but they just...
It was being presented by.
Yeah, presented by.
They were the ones like...
There you go. So,
What's the word I'm looking... Curating.
Curating.
There it is.
Do you need some coffee?
Hello?
I think you might need some coffee.
I might need some.
Yeah, I'll have my wife make... Wife, make coffee. See, that's all she needs. That's all she needs, dude. Dude, it's great. You need to get a wife. It's all you have to do. You address her by wife. That's
Is there
otherwise she forgets.
Is there a wife store?
Not in this country. There's not. But we're getting off into the weeds. Okay, we don't want to get into that nastiness.
Weed. Is that a weed? I'm calling the police.
So at the supercar extravaganza.
so I get there.
So I get there and I says, So I says to Mabel, we get to...
Oh, look, it's Mercedes and the other boys.
and your friends. Thanks for stopping by. All the greats. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Hey, I grew up with all y'alls. Imagine like just a journalist just writing this nonsense down. And then I saw Mercedes and the other ones.
After enduring the screeching sounds of Ferrari V12s, Lamborghini V10s, and Mercedes V8s, I decided there was only one thing that could cap off to make the most perfect day ever, and that thing was a bowl of oatmeal.
A bowl of porridge.
Pottage.
Porridge in the Shire. So there was what's
So
real.
I get there.
So I get there, and the first thing I see, okay. So I saw the Apollo Intensa Emozione.
So I need to talk to you about this because that is one of my favorite cars of all time.
Really?
Yes.
It looks like
Spaceship.
It sounds like a spaceship too.
It is a spaceship.
I have no idea what engine is. Everybody I asked, I was like, "Hey, what engine is in there?" They're like, what about Mr. Goodwrench? Like, and like I'm asking people there, like,
What kind of engine is in the Apollo Intensa Emozione?
a big one.
Linguini parmesan, mozzarella, parmesan, Maserati, Alfa Romeo, Fiat, Ferrari, Lamborghini.
And you're like, taking notes. Oh yes,
Stracciatella, gelato,
Olive Garden.
when you hear your family.
He's a completely deranged individual that
Pretending to work.
he thinks he knows Italian by just saying the Mario, Luigi, the Princess Peach.
Mamma mia, spicy meatball, Scooby-Doo.
It's what's that Family Guy episode where he just goes into an Italian restaurant?
Oh, man.
Okay, so the Apollo
The Apollo Intensa Emozione.
Apollo Intense Emozione Z was extremely cool. It's like one of the best looking cars
Just
ever.
the exhaust thing formation.
Yeah, the exhaust.
Like
We actually don't have the thing set up. We can set it up for the next episode so you guys can see what we're talking about. But just go to my Instagram. That's right. Mm-hmm. Go to my Instagram and you can see
Real Tavarish.
At the Real Tavarish, and you can see that I took a picture of the exhaust. And by the way, gold foil in the exhaust. So,
right. Yep.
So
And
turns
also-
out not to be a bad idea after all. Internet.
Also in the McLaren F1.
Listen, whatever. So that was really cool. There was the Brabham BT62, which is
Brabham.
Brabham. There's all the Aston Martins, which don't really matter. So there was the
The new DB11 is.
You like the DB11? I don't like it at all. It does nothing for me. Zero.
I live it.
No, thank you. There's a new DBS, the DBS Superleggera.
Oh yeah, oh boy.
I don't like it. It's
Girl, you need to see a doctor because there's something wrong with you.
that's definitely true. So
There's something wrong with you.
yeah. So Aston Martin, they're clearly doing something right because they sold more of those cars than they ever did before. Like they're actually profitable now.
Yeah.
So the car that I bought, like the Vantage,
Yeah.
it sort of saved them from
Sorry, you mispronounced Volvo. Can you continue?
the Volvo that I bought. What would it be called? It would be called like
The Volvantage.
The Volvantage, which sounds like an interesting.
Yes. Yep.
Would you like to see my?
No. Okay. Anyways.
It goes up, has swan doors.
Okay.
Okay.
Close your lips.
Well, I mean, it comes standard with roast beef curtains. Okay. We're off in the weeds now. So there was Aston Martin and friends. There was a Ferrari that they were making all sorts of noise when they. So
How did the Ferrari make noise? What did it sound like?
okay, and I quote. That's how they did it. They started up like that, and they kept on doing that for about 5 minutes, and they thought they were cool. And I actually have that on video on my Instagram, and it was actually quite annoying because it was like deafening loud. Because they had 3 what's essentially Le Mans cars. They have the FXX-K Evo. They had the Enzo. What is it? The FXX. That's the original one. Yeah. So the FXX and also the Ferrari 599 XX. So I don't know why they put XX after the 599. It's not like they 599. 99. You know, like
9999.
99. Yeah. So they were all turned on, and like the Ferrari guys were.
They were all turned on.
They were all turned on, and boy was the crowd happy. So after that,
After they saw the Vantage.
yeah, whew, let me tell you there. We had lunch, and
What was for lunch?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Roast beef.
Roast beef, oddly enough.
Roast beast.
Well, it was. No, I think it was. I honestly, I can't make ham.
Ham.
It's just like one ham, please.
I would like an ham, please.
This is like. It's like 5,000 calories. I can't just eat this whole thing. You'll eat it and like it. You were invited here by Michelin. Like, oh, okay, I guess I gotta eat that ham. It's really slippery too. Can I get a utensil? Oh, Mr. Fancy Man with his utensils.
Excuse me, I needed a utensil. I'm having a difficulty eating this pork flesh.
This pork flesh is quite stringy. It's gamey.
I do love a tender pork flesh.
So,
Pork flesh would be a good thing for a death metal band.
pork flesh. I think it would be like Return of Pork Flesh or something along those lines. It has to be pork flesh with something else. So pork flesh suicide.
Pork flesh and raisins.
Pork flesh and co. That would be, and raisins.
Yeah, pork flesh and raisins.
Yeah, but that would be more like a Napalm Death type band. You know, where they just go like yeah, that sort of thing.
Wait, how's it go?
I don't want to do it again, just in case there are people listening that get a really good idea and take off with it. We've had so many good ideas on this podcast.
We have had.
Yeah. So I don't. I'm sure we've started many billion-dollar businesses by this. We're on episode 70 or 70. I don't even know.
70.
Okay, so 70. This is. I mean, we are machines for this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
So I think it's sort of not fair for me to do that again.
that's fair. Okay. Anyway, so
So okay. I'm just gonna go over the broad strokes of what happened. I went to the supercar parking lot. They don't call it a parking lot in UK.
it's a car park.
It's a car park.
Supercar park.
It's a supercar park, and that makes no sense to me because it's a parking lot. Okay, it's not a car park. They say drink driving. Why do they call it drink driving? It's drunk driving. Don't go drink driving.
I think in that case, it's like a series of events. You drink, you drive. Drink driving.
So don't go drink driving. But driving drunk would literally be the act, right? You're driving while intoxicated. Don't go drink driving. Okay.
That was
That was not a UK accent. That was somebody
had
who
a stroke.
who clearly had a stroke of seizures. So I went to a supercar park, and boy, oh boy, was that fun. So the video should be out by now on my channel, but dude, I was geeking out. First of all, the first car I saw, very first car, twin turbo underground racing Lamborghini, Superleggera manual 6-speed. Very first car. And I'm like, ooh, oh boy. And you know what I saw? In the back, the same thing. It was cut out, and there was like some Home Depot stuff going on back there to keep the license plate on. I'm like, there we go. The internet was wrong. Okay, this guy gets it. All right, this guy I was waiting around for like a few hours for that guy, and then I think I kind of scared him off because I was asking people, "Do you know who owns this car? Do you know who owns this car? I have one too. Look at it. Look at it." Like I'm trying to find a lost child. But after that, there was 4 Lamborghini Urus in the car park. 4. Okay, I didn't even know 4 existed. I thought
I still don't know how to feel about the Urus.
Lamborghini Urus.
Lamborghini. Yeah, I don't know. That's also I can do my best accent is stroke victims. That's what my best accent is. So every single accent, just like it's whatever accent we're talking about plus stroke. So that's what I do. It's a gift and a curse. So there was like so many McLarens. I'm pretty sure like half of the McLarens in the world. Yeah, McLaren. There was 720s, 570s, all the good ones. I mean, not the real good ones, but the good ones. Yeah, they're all right.
How do you feel about the Senna?
Don't like it.
Really?
Nope.
Why?
It was real fast on the hill climb. Real fast. I'm actually not opposed to what it looks like from the front. From the side, it looks hilarious because nothing makes sense. But then again, it's like it was like an aerodynamic. It's a science project.
Yeah,
really.
it's purpose built.
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter. Like they're all gonna sell it. You know, they're gonna sell it to stupid rich people. And like this goes faster around the track. Like, are you gonna take it on the track? Nope, it's gonna go right in my museum, and it's never getting driven. I don't even have a driver's license. Yeah, so it's who gives a crap. I wonder if McLaren like knows this. Like they sell cars, and it's like not just McLaren. I don't want to dog on McLaren, but the companies that make these crazy track monsters. Who's taking these things on a track? Like, is it most of their people? I'm sure like some of them do.
Listen, when I get big, I will buy those cars and I will track them.
See, you say that. Everybody says that. And then like when they get big, they're like, oh, I'm 60 and my hips hurt. So it turns out I don't really want to pull those kinds of G's because my spine's gonna break and then my Viagra can't work. So that's what happens when you're 60. You see your nether regions, they just like go
so
offline.
What about like how many days were you at Goodwood?
I was there for 3 days. I was there thrice. So we also had a helicopter tour, which was cool. We got a tour around the grounds, and you saw the whole hill climb. And there also was a rally stage. Yeah. There's a rally stage there, which is awesome. You get to see like actual Group B rally cars doing what they do best, which is like just tear it up. But I met up with Adam Carolla, and he had his Porsche 935, that the Paul Newman car, that he bought for like $5 million, and he was racing up the hill, really cool. I met with Mr. JWW, James, YouTuber, Seen Through Glass, Sam, Paul, Supercars of London. I saw Shmi. I did not say hi. This is the second time, by the way, that I saw him at an event, and I'm not saying anything because he looks super like busy, and I don't want to be that guy who's like just stands around while he's like doing something. Hey, hi. I also have a channel. If you want to check it out, please. I like your channel. I'm a fan, but not like that. So your cars are nice.
So here's what I did. I bought a Lamborghini. It was on fire, and I've been sprucing it up in my garage. So if you want to just swing by my channel sometime,
can you do like a like for like? I'll follow you and you follow me.
I will only subscribe to you if you subscribe to me.
Can you like tag me in a photo? Like it doesn't have to. I don't have to be in there. Like you could just like have part of my foot or something. You just tag me real quick.
So what if you feature me? What if you sponsor me on an Instagram post?
I will give you. I have $5 US. I know we're in UK, but you can exchange it. I think it's like $3.40. So
$3.40.
$3.40. Yes, you can buy a good cough kolash.
You good what?
You can buy a good cough kolash.
What is that?
That's you eat that with crab juice.
What?
You eat it with crab juice.
Crab juice?
Yes, you eat the cough kolash with crab juice. This is what happens when you don't watch The Simpsons. This is a Simpsons reference, okay? You know what? This is okay. it's a Simpsons reference in an episode where Homer Simpson and his family and and all the greats, they go to New York and they go to. Andrew was falling asleep. They go to New York and there's a street vendor.
Wow.
And the guy goes, do you want kofkalash? And he goes, what? Like kofkalash, right? And then he said, do you want? He's like, what do you have to drink? Like, we have crab juice and Mountain Dew. He's like, I'll take the crab juice. So it's because Mountain Dew is disgusting. Andrew.
Simpsons is so great.
Do you need coffee? You look like you look a little frazzled. You look a little like
Frazzle Rock. It was Fraggle Rock, but Frazzle Rock.
yes. Fraggle Rock. It's Sesame Street. Right. So I get there, and
No.
All right. So I think the Goodwood trip was really good. I mean, it was just amazing. We went to the Porsche Experience Center where we went into their paddock when they were firing up not only the 919, which was like it's a V4 by the way. That car, it's a 4-cylinder. And they actually told me something they weren't supposed to tell me, but it was something technical. It was that the turbo it operates at 3.5 bars, so it's like 50 psi, which is on the high side. It ain't it ain't Ford Focus power, but it'll get there. And it actually is a V4 as opposed to
An inline 4.
No, I mean that's what everybody on Craigslist thinks their car is.
Yeah.
It's a V4, VTEC, So, we got to have that, and also the real loud one. Make sure I do that into the camera.
Oh yeah. And the mic, you mean?
Into the camera and mic, so people can see that you're cracking your knuckles.
I'll stretch. I'll get nice and comfortable. I'll drink some water and make some mouth noises. Give me a sec here. I'll just.
You put that down. You put that down, sir. Oh, you're just hamming it up for the camera. You got a bunch of air there. Oh, yeah. Hits the spot. Got to do the Porsche thing. The sound that the Porsche 911, like a LM car, makes when it starts up, it is beyond anything that it's so ungodly loud.
Well, the exhaust is probably like 3 inches short.
Yeah, but it's not even that.
It's like because the motor's the back of the car.
What?
And the exhaust goes to the back of the car, so the distance between
So
the
if
motor
I'm
and
in if I'm in the back of the car,
then you're short.
Then I'm gonna be like
Deaf.
I'm gonna be deaf. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. I didn't know the science behind it. I just thought that
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Could you please sign?
Huh? What? Oh, okay. So the exhaust was in the. The thing is, I took a video. You guys can see it on my Instagram. This was so loud. I mean, everybody was holding their ears. It was just insane. Otherwise, holding their ears in their hands. Their ears came off their heads, and they were holding them like a little orphan. Like, please, sir, can I have some more ears, please? And that's yeah.
Kids, I'm about to start the car. Hold your ears. Just like pop them out of their head. Here you go. Hold your ears.
I can't hear anything.
What?
I can't hear anything.
Demonetized.
No. Actually, speaking of that, why do so deaf people, can they not enunciate like specific sounds, or is it?
It's because they don't know how it's supposed to sound.
Right, but does it happen to people who have hearing and then lose it?
No.
Because
there is actually a finalist on one of those who gives a crap talent whatever shows.
Welcome back to this season of Who Gives a Crap.
Yeah. So someone has talent and whatever show, and she's actually from St. Cloud. Mm-hmm. Her name is Mandy something.
I know Mandy. Yeah. They call her St. Cloud Mandy. Yeah, no. she can't hear, and she does the thing with the violin. And everybody's like, "Wow, how'd she do that without hearing?"
She plays the guitar.
She plays the guitar.
And she sings.
She's a virtuoso. Yeah, she's Mandy Mandy Sings. That's her YouTube channel, right? Mandy sings, and then she does all the Disney stuff.
Anyway,
but she does it in sign language. It's a very silent thing. Oh my God. I know who you're talking about. That's like she's very, very famous. She's the YouTuber that signs all their songs, and
no,
she dresses up like the characters.
No.
I think you're lying, Andrew. I don't think. Okay, fine.
Anyway, she speaks perfectly and sings like totally on pitch. It's insane.
So I saw on the way back from it's not even Goodwood at this point. It's Bestwood, from Bestwood.
Best lumber.
Yeah, man, best lumber. I was watching There Will Be Blood. Have you seen that movie?
No.
So There Will Be Blood is a.
Will there be? Spoiler alert.
There was. Oh,
Spoiler alert.
There was a little, not too much. Some,
There gonna be some blood.
There will be some blood.
There will be some blood.
Yeah. Blood.
Nope. Demonetized.
Yes. And in one, it's basically about an oil man in the turn of the 20th century. Like a guy, he starts building up oil.
He's an oil man. He got an oil pan, or does everything an oil man can.
That's right.
Digging down into oil sand, puts the oil in the oil pan. That's what an oil man can.
Oil man, they should call him oil.
Oil man got an oil plan to fill up his oil pan. Go digging in the oil sand.
That's the theme song. That's the theme. How do you know that? You said you haven't watched the movie. That's how they start. How they start the movie. It's just
oil man. Getting on into
dude. You
oil
sound
pan.
exactly like him. That was Daniel Day-Lewis's first line. Yeah. So he's writing in his diary, and you just hear him talking. Oh man,
get some of that Earl.
Go digging in the oil sand.
Give me some of that Earl.
So his son gets there's an explosion at one of his pumps, and his son.
Oil man got a foil plan.
Dude, that's Act 3. That's Act 3. That's what happens. There's an intermission, and he goes there's a little beat.
Out in the sun, getting an oil tan.
Getting an oil tan. That's how they end the movie. It's it's really good. It got an Academy Award, I think, just for that. It's
cooking up some food in this oil pan.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they had Childish Gambino do the lyrics. So it's very poignant, It's really a microcosm of America, Yeah, it's a microcosm.
What'd you call me?
Sometimes when you really want to think. Oh, anyway, in the movie, the guy's son gets his hearing damaged, and then later on he grows up, and then he talks kind of I don't know if it was an inaccuracy on the movie's part, but he talks a little bit the
what you would expect a deaf person to sound like.
Yeah, but honestly it was a little bit on the side of enunciating consonants, so it's weird. I don't, do they lose that ability, or it's so all you deaf people in the audience, you let me know. Because, why'd you laugh? Is that funny? Is there something funny about that?
Because this is a podcast.
So what? There's still, they can watch it on YouTube, and there's still closed captioning. That's what they're for. It's not just so Google Translate can say Tavarish means debarge or Jabber Singh. I got Jabber Singh before. I got Jabbar Singh. That's doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Goodwood was cool. So that was it. I met a lot of YouTubers. I met Parker from Vehicle Virgins.
Parker?
Yeah, Parker.
How was that?
It was magical. So I saw him at the supercar thing, and I was like, "Hey, Parker!" He's like, "Hey, what's up?" So and that's basically it. We just exchanged info, and when I say exchange info, I sent him a message on Instagram. So that's basically it. So it seems like a nice enough guy. I don't know. I haven't spent any time with him. So, but I've met all the other YouTubers, influencers, and media moguls. Met Rory Reed from Top Gear.
Nice.
Saw Chris Harris walking around
From afar.
I was like, Chris Harris.
Chris, please notice me. Please, Chris Senpai, please notice me.
Notice me, senpai, please. Hey, is that Chris? Chris Harris. Did he look? Yeah. I stole that from Family Guy, by the way, just so he could. Hey, you stole that from Family Guy.
Hey, you stole that from Family Guy.
No, I didn't. So, I did a bunch of other stuff, and that'll probably make it into another podcast or another video. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's there was,
I don't want to talk about it.
yeah. Where did they?
So then I got there.
What do they? Show me on this where they touched you. Sir, that is not.
They touched my clock.
That is not a human analog. They touched me on my round bits, my thorax. Okay, I think we're running a little long in the tooth here. So until next time. Okay, should I say until next time?
Is anyone else going to watch anything after this?
You can reach us at
carguystalk
at
gmail.com
and geocities.carguystalk.ru. So you can do that. Watch us there, and also we have a Zenga. It's a Zenga.
Oh no, we moved over to LiveJournal.
Also cjb.net. So we will do that, and you can see us there, and check us out on on right here. But not right now, because this is the episode that we're doing now, because we haven't done the one we're gonna do later, because that's later. Okay. Bye everyone. We're not good at ending these things.
Why does anyone subscribe to this garbage?
This is Car Guys Talk with Andrew and Tavarish.